Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Bodie and today I'm going to be giving you a visual demonstration on how to locate pre-1950 death notices and estate files on Family Search. That is to say, if your ancestor died in 1950 or before and they left an estate file, which not every person did, but a vast majority of the European population did. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you how to locate the estate files or death notices of every one of the old provinces. So I'll do one for the Cape, one for the Transvaal, one for Natal, and one for the Free State. So let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the Cape because that's where the vast majority of my family passed away and left their estate files. So, my great-great-grandfather, he was Jacob Theodore Bodie, and he left an estate file in 1937. So, now, although that was the name that he was baptized, Jacob Theodore, he went only by Theodore. So let's go to the National Archives and find his estate reference. I will put the link to this database in the description of this video. So we type in Theodore and then go to another line, Bodie, and then we know that he died in 1937, so let's enter that in the beginning date and search. And we have two documents pertaining to him from 1937 onwards, and there is his estate reference. Okay, so the reference is 57277 for the year 1937, and we can see that the depot is KAB, which is the Cape. Now, once we have this reference, we can go to Family Search, which is a fantastic website on the web. It's run by the Mormon Church, and there is a sheet on Facebook created by one of my favorite genealogists. Her name is Linda Farrell, and she's compiled a list of links to all the different kinds of estate files, that is, for all of the old provinces, the Cape, Transvaal, Natal, and the Free State. So let's go ahead and go to the Capes. I have them already linked on my Ancestry homepage. So we want to go to Cape Deaths here. And he died in the year 1937, so let's scroll down. You can see there's the indexes, and now here's where the death notices and estate files start, but that's for the year 1834 to 1836, so we want to go a lot further than that. Let's go down the list to 1937. Here we're at 1937, and let's go double check what the reference was. That's 57277. So let's find the range that will cover that number. 57. So here you go. It starts at 571 and ends at 574. So we know it'll be in that collection. So we just click on the little camera icon here. And because you know the reference, you don't need to browse through every single estate file. What I normally do is I click on the first one to see when it starts. So 57141, we need to go a bit further on than that. So let's try go, say 780, just go towards the middle. Okay, we're at 57270, and we're looking for 277, so we're quite close. Let's go 798. And here we have it. There it is. So once you find this link, you can download each individual image for the estate file, because there are a few documents pertaining to him. So you can see there's the death notice here, which lists all of his offspring, his usual place of residence, where he died, where he got married, all that good stuff. So you can now download all those images and print them, or do whatever you like, upload them to your online family tree. So next, let's try and find an estate file for the Transvaal. So let's go back to my family tree, and we are only locating pre-1950 estate files here, and all of my most recent ancestors passed away post-1950. So let's go to, sorry about that. Let's go to my second great grandfather's father, Cornelius. He died in the year 1900. So let's type in to the National Archives database, do a new query, and type in Cornelius on one line and Rodemeyer on the next, and beginning date 1900. Search. So here we go, and there we have it, Cornelius Rodemeyer. You can see the depot is TAB, which stands for the Transvaal, and there we go, 1900. Okay, so now we have the reference again. Let's go back to the links to all the different estate databases and click on the Transvaal. I will also create a spreadsheet and put a link to that. I'll probably upload it to Google Drive or Dropbox, and put that in the description of this video. Okay, so let's go back. 1900. You can see there, it's much the same as the Cape database. So it starts at about 1873. Cape starts in about in the 1830s. Okay, so let's scroll down to 1900, and the reference is 3752. So 1900. And we can see here we have a bit of a problem. The year 1900 only covers 17186 to 17190, which means that the death notice was probably only filed in a different year. So let's scroll down to when 3 starts, which is here, the year 1903. So he probably died in 1903, and his death notice was only, he probably died in 1900, and his death notice was only filed in 1903. So that does happen sometimes, just be wary of that. And 3752, so it'll be amongst this collection, starting at 3605, ending at 3874. Again, let's just go to the middle here, 500. What this indicates is that there's 1,292 images in this database. So, always look for the front cover or the death notice, because that will list the number, the reference that is. And we're at 3705 at the moment. So let's go a few images further. And here we have his death notice, or estate file again. So we have the front cover, the mutual testament between him and his wife, and the death notice. All great stuff. That man there is my second great-grandfather listed. Okay, so now we've done the Cape and the Transvaal. Let's go to Natal. So not a lot of my ancestors died in Natal either, but I do know that my third great-grandmother's brother died there. So that is Matilda's uncle on her mother's side. His name was Herman. Here we have him there. Okay, he died in 1932 in Izocha in KwaZulu-Natal. So, well, it was called Natal back then. Let's go new query and type in Herman Krull was his surname. K-R-U-L-L. Very common name in the Eastern Cape. And we have 4 documents pertaining to him, of which one of them is this estate reference here. So the depot is NAB and the source is MSCE. So now we have the reference as well, which is 18,715. Let's go back to my little quick links page here and go to Natal. Okay, so it starts at about the year, oh, these are references, I think. Okay, no, they're not references, starting at about 1877. Now let's scroll down to 1932 is when it was filed. Okay, scroll past all this rubbish. Alright, 1932, and the reference is 18715. So here we're starting at 18627, ending at 18754. So we know it's going to be towards the end of that collection. Okay, again, let's just go to the middle, so 1000, and see what the reference is there, and we can work from there. Okay, let's go to the front cover. 18,691, so we need to go a bit further than that, quite a bit further. Let's go 3. And here we go. You have the front cover and the death notice, which lists all of his offspring, his spouse, his usual place of residence, place of death, place of birth. Very genealogically rich. We're very blessed to have South African ancestors who left estate files. They're quite well documented. Okay, so now we've covered Natal. Let's go to the Free State. Again, not a lot of my family died in the Free State, but I know that my third great-grandmother's brother-in-law died in the Free State. So let's go to my third great-grandmother, Anna Susanna Dippenaar. It was her sister Maria's husband, who was actually her cousin. Okay, let's go new query and type in Johannes Dippenaar, and we know that he died in 1896, so let's restrict the search to the year 1896 by entering the beginning date as 1896 and the ending date is 1896. The reason that I enter one name on every single line is because it broadens the search. If you put the one full name on the first line, it may not come up. So always just remember that, put one name in every single line and you'll get more results. If you want to refine them to a certain date, just do the beginning and end date like I do here. So press search. And we have 2 documents. You can see here. Results. Okay. There we have the reference. Now this reference is slightly different to the Cape, Transvaal or Natal references. They include a letter. It's not rocket science, guys, just I'll teach you how to do it now. So let's go back to my little quick links page, courtesy of Linda Farrell, and go to Free State Debt. Okay. And now you see it starts with the letter first and then the number range. So I actually quite like this system. Scroll down to the letter D, as you can see, that's what the reference is. And I don't think I mentioned, but VAB stands for the Orange Free State. So go down to the letter D, and it was 315. So it'll be amongst this collection, covering the numbers 267 to 450. Okay, so again, let's go to the middle of this collection. So the middle of this collection is 332, and we again want to find 315, so we're a bit ahead of ourselves. Let's go a little bit further back. And here we have it, 315. Johannes Ludovicus Diepenaar, and there we have his wife, who's my about 4th great aunt, I think. So there we have it, guys. I hope I've covered it pretty well. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. My next video will probably be how to locate post-1950 death notices online. There are a few, there aren't many, but there's another different kind of website for post-1975 deaths called Gen Database, which links to the Department of Home Affairs in South Africa, which lists every single person who got an ID number. So that will probably be my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.